Hello, I'm Anna. Today I will talk about my home culture about the belief in the funeral rites. Previously, I will introduce the definition of cultural universal because this is part of that. Cultural universal, first recognized by an anthropologist George Murdoch, 1949. He recognized the existence of cultural universals while studying systems of kinship around the world. Cultural universal, also called an anthropological universal or human universal. It is an element, patterns, trait, or institution that is ordinary to human culture that is known all over the world. Cultural universals are patterns or traits that are found in all cultures. Cultural universals such as funeral rites, I will talk about the funeral rites in my home culture. Each culture may view and do these rituals and ceremonies quite differently. According to Trompeners and Hamden Turner, 1997, culture like an onion, described as ordered into layers. Each layer can be peeled off. Where one peel has to be taken off in order to see the following layer. Culture can be broken down into layers. The outer layer are composed of the artifacts and products as well as patterns of behaviors. The next layer encompasses the belief, norms, and attitude of that culture. The middle of an onion represents the underlying cultural assumptions and values. I will explain my home culture layer by layer according to the analogy that I mentioned before. First, the outer layer. When someone of my kinship passed away, the product is we would dress the deceased, our kinship that passed away, in neat clothes such as suit for men and long white dress for women. Previously, the deceased would be cleaned or bathed, given perfume and a little preservative. The deceased is not only dressed in nice clothes but also given a little makeup on the face to make it handsome for men and beautiful for a woman. The body is placed in the coffin made of wood. Then the next day it is buried in the burial ground. Usually there will be a priest or clergyman who leads the funeral rites. This is what we call the outer layer of the onion. It is visible, the pattern of behavior in which we enact the ritual and ceremony. When I search about the background of this pattern, this is a Christian tradition that originated from the West because I live in Indonesia and the history of the entry of Christianity in Indonesia from the Dutch. Second, the next layer is the belief, the norm, and the attitude of my culture. The dead are happier because they have been freed from the suffering of the flesh in this world. She will face the Father in heaven, so she must look beautiful, dressed like a bride who is about to enter into the wedding feast of the Lamb, where Christ is the bridegroom and the believer is the bride. The attitude of dressing the dead is also a way of honoring, appreciating relatives who have died. We realize that human life in this world is only temporary and we will die one day. The attitude of putting the body in a coffin and burying it in the ground describes that man was created from the dust of the ground, and after that he was returned to the ground. Third, the inner layer represents the value and assumptions of my family's beliefs in funeral rites. My family culture believes that people who have died will someday be resurrected at the end of the time, at the time of the second coming of Jesus Christ into this world. It is an assumption. This is something that my family accept as true without question or as certain to happen. The key belief of the funeral for my family is celebration of promotion, which has already taken place. This is to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. Die is to depart out of this world, to be with Christ, which is far better. We believe that our loved one who dies is no longer on this earth, but is already with God in heaven. This will bring the value. This is something that is exposed to become involved with the opinion that there is no ghost from someone who dies, because the spirit is in heaven. That's all my explanation of my home culture of the belief in the funeral rites, which is analogs to peeling an onion layer by layer. Thank you for listening.
This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. They're all expecting me, and that's one thing I know. My Savior pardoned me, and now I onward go. I know He'll take me through, though I am weak and poor, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Just up in glory land we'll live eternally. The saints on every hand are shouting victory. Their songs of sweetest praise drift back from heaven's shore, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore.